But all right, so let's go into it for a second. So, okay, I'm going to split this up into three possibilities, right? One of these is what I really think I'm leaning towards. So I lean towards all of them, but I'm leaning towards one more side. I'll let you decide on which side I lean more on. But so we've got like a high ground, a middle ground, and then we got like fucking ass pieces of shit. So let's start with pieces of shit. Because why not, right? Um, basically, Andre and these guys basically had this master plan this entire time to do this. Basically, they're good friends with the guy who created what's his name, Daniele Sota, the guy who created spell token and all that stuff. And then he rugged, and then basically that they're in leagues with them already, and they're basically like, oh shit, like he cashed out, let's cash out ourselves and fuck all this shit. Ha ha ha. We walk away with money, possibly, maybe. But most of the money in the pools and stuff is, there's other people's as well as like, but they could have access to tokens, so they could just be selling tokens ahead of time. So it's all possible. Not saying that obviously, I'm saying, but possibility. You know, that would be the really shitty situation if that's really the case. I hope not. Um, Now let's go to the middle ground, right? Is that or let's go to the high ground first. The high ground. So that's the low ground in terms of like they're scamming pieces of shit, and the shit was already preconceived and shit to rug that and hurt Phantom. But let's go to the high ground that legitimately like he is suffering from a mental disorder a little bit, and he's having trouble handling all the pressure and everything like that, and he just was he's getting over it basically of just like spurgs on Twitter and spurgs all over the world like kind of shitting on him for his technology, which is it's possible. But do I think that's a little bitch made? Yeah, a little bit. But because people have invested quite a lot of money into this, but it's possible he's like, yeah, this is my tech, I created and stuff. I didn't tell people to put money on any of this stuff, but people did, and I'm over it, and I'm just let it go. So that's all possible. Now the middle ground, right? What's the middle ground here? Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and retweet the shit out, man. Shout out to you guys. But the middle ground is he was feeling the stuff of the high ground where he was like he was just over the pressure and stuff, and just people, no matter how good he did or how bad he did, like he was always getting shit on all the time. And then on top of that, he probably heard some stuff down the pipeline because he's very well connected, obviously, and like he knows a lot of whales and people, as so information flows, right? um that possibly the U.S. government and some of the governments around the world are going to they're basically going to start cracking bad on all these DeFi projects, because they want their basically their Ethereum assets they invested in 2016, 2017, 2018 to start doing well and kill all this DeFi stuff, layer one stuff. So he's getting out while the getting's good. So you know, I'm kind of guesstimating here. Like, I mean, I'll just say the fucking answer. I'm leaning more towards the middle here in terms of like I actually do think he probably heard some insight, some info, and then he just doesn't want to get fucking like crushed. So he's just getting the fuck out before he gets fucking nailed, basically. While he's and then also probably cashing out. So I really do believe it's a combination of all three. It's a combination of all three. If it is just a rug, then shit, it just is what it is, man. But obviously, none of us should have been. I mean, none of us are invested in Yearn. None of us are in Keeper. I mean, like the only thing we were doing is yield farming on Solidly. So just is what it is. It's sad, but the thing that worries me is kind of the Yearn stuff, and then maybe some of the other. Who knows how to unwind and stuff, but it could cause some people that were yield farming with ETH or some of these other assets to just say, "Fuck it, I'm just putting this shit." My confidence is shaken so bad that I'm going to sell some of the shit and put it into USDC, which can put a lot of selling pressure on the Ethereum side, which then hurts everything as well, L1 side. So, the capital, most of the capital, like the thing, what I've noticed is like capital, 75% of the capital ends up flowing into other protocols, which is good. but that 25% of sell pressure is still significant. If you got billions of dollars of TVL, right, it's quite a lot. So let's look at DeFi Llama real quick. Do I have DeFi Llama? Do I have DeFi? No, I do not. Okay, so I'll have to put it here.